a whole lot, uh, you will have not a single prayer of writing every single thing down before I move on. You won't have time to write everything. And I'll tell you a trick, you don't need to write everything. You don't even write most of it. All of this that I'm going to tell you is in your textbook. There's no need for you to write everything down. What you should write down is the relationships of things. So I need to say, if I give you a name of a person or a place or an event, it's like a thing, that's something you might want to write down. Just the name, just the thing, just the whatever. And then a dash, and then a brief explanation of what it is. That's all there is to it. If there's a date, you might want to write that down. Now, let me clarify something right now. You will not need to know a single date for this class until semester 2. And even then, it's going to be a while. Like, I'll tell you, like, okay, now you need to know dates. But it's not going to be for the entire first semester. So don't even worry about it until after Christmas, okay? So do not waste your time memorizing dates. I'm not going to ask you. I'm much more interested in why is that important, okay? So let's focus our time and energy on that first. So I'm going to show you the first slide here, and don't panic, okay? Do not freak out about the amount of words here, because let me tell you, it happens every year. You're like, oh my God, I got to write all that. And I'm like, I thought I was getting it down. But trust me on this. There is a skill to writing as little as possible, and I will teach you this skill. You will be great at ignoring things by the time I'm done with you. Okay. Whoa, look at all them words. I mean, you also might be laughing because it's like, oh, it's so scary. It's only 4 sentences. And I agree with you on that point. But here's the thing is, whatever you're trying to listen, what I'm telling you, I've got all these fancy graphics, you got that thing going on, you're thinking about lunch, I don't know, some people do that for first period, whatever. Like it is hard to write words down. I understand, I'm with you on that. So instead, I'm going to try to make your lives easier here. Let's talk about what everything means. What's the very first word we have on here to look at? Renaissance, yeah. And, it's kind of all over the place. So it might be a good idea to know that word. So I mean, bam, Renaissance. What is it? Oh, my God. I'm so excited already. I've learned something I did not know. The Renaissance, well, if we read the first sentence, it began in the 1350s and continued through up to the 1500s. Okay? So you know how we cut that down to just like a few little characters? Oh my God, you're so smart. Oh my God, I'm blown away. You got it! Yes! You don't need all them words. Just throw them words in the recycling bin so somebody else can use them for their thesis, whatever they're writing in college. They put all the words down on it. We just need small words, concise words. So now we know that it was between the 1350s to 1500s. But what does it mean? The second bullet tells us. It's rebirth in French. Great French word. It means rebirth of the arts and learning. You see, we have written like 6 or 7 words, and we're halfway through the slide. That's so much better, isn't it? So much better than writing all this other nonsense. So that's what the Renaissance is, okay? That's literally half the question. Is it's a rebirth of the arts of the classics, etc., etc. Why is it important? It's going to be a little bit trickier. You see, here's where we're getting into the questions that I'm going to ask you guys on quizzes and things you got to think about. It's not just what it was. That's just a definition. That's easy. But why does it matter? Why is it important? That's a little harder, and I might point out is a little subjective. If you're to say, well, the Renaissance was important because it got all those lazy Europeans moving and started all this other crazy nonsense like the Age of Discovery and all that, I tell you, that is correct. If you told me the Renaissance was important because it was a resurgence of ideas from the East and the West because of the Crusades, I tell you, that is also correct. You see, that's a little bit more subjective. So what I need you to do is think about these things, look at what we got going on, and kind of work with them, okay? Now, one of the essential questions we might think about is, why did the Renaissance happen in Italy? Because here's the thing that's interesting about time periods. Like when I say something like the Middle Ages or the Renaissance or whatever, we might say, well, that's a period of time that happened everywhere, but that's not really true. It's also space specific. Because, while the Dark Ages were raging throughout Europe, freaking Constantinople was still going strong with the ancient Romans. They didn't fall until like the 1400s. So whereas Rome fell in like the 300s, I forget the exact date, for like more than 1,000 years later, Rome's still going on in the east. So it's location specific as well. So back to the question, why Italy? Well, those of you guys who have me in geography will know it's always geography, because that's always the answer. That and Jesus. Anyways, and before anyone puts, I'm going to put Jesus on every single thing on a chest. No, Jesus did not kill 4 million Jews in the Holocaust. Just think about that. Okay, let's look at, let's look at here. We don't look at the world. Let's focus in. All right, so there's Italy, right? Why there? Why did the Renaissance happen there? Well, first, understand that sea travel is vital for trade at this time. Have you guys ever picked stuff up that's heavy? It's kind of heavy. Right? Picking stuff up sucks. Have you guys ever had to move? Let me tell you right now. You guys have all this Facebook stuff, or actually, you guys don't use Facebook anymore, whatever. You guys have all these various quizzes you might take on social media where it's like, find out who your true friends are, 5 year steps, clickbait for days on Twitter or whatever. I'll tell you one easy step how you know who your friends are. Tell them I need to move. Whoever shows up are your friends. True story. Because it sucks. Stuff is heavy. And let's be fair, moving something from one place to another is incredibly energy intensive, excuse me. It takes a crap load of energy. I mean, if you think about one of the most amazing technological marvels of today, think about, for instance, buying something on Amazon. My kiddo needs a new mattress, right? Emerson just turned 2, and she's decided that she's an acrobat, tries to climb out of her crib when she's done sleeping. Went in there the other day, and she was literally on the slide, balancing, I made a terrible mistake. Kitten doll in one hand, blanket the other, hanging on desk. I'm like, you've made mistakes, and mistakes were made. We'll never speak of this again. No promises are made. Right, so she needs a mattress, right? I can order one on Amazon. They're going to mail it to me. A freaking mattress. True story, they suck out all the air, they just mail that sucker. That's amazing! That is freaking amazing that you can just mail crap like that. A friend of mine and my brother have this thing where they argue about circus peanuts. I don't know why. Circus peanuts is just a thing for them. So apparently, my brother found out that you can order a case of circus peanuts. Not a package, a case. It's like a box this thick, 50 packages of circus peanuts. And it was $5. So my brother's like, sold. Would you like to renew every week? Yes, please. Every week, every month. The week's phosphorus. Utterly ridiculous. Every month, that's enough time when you need a case of circus peanuts. It would appear in his apartment in freaking Chicago. And so, the first week, his landlord, who sends all packages, knocked at his door, it's I got this package of circus peanuts. Okay, next month, on the same day, circus peanuts arrive. He's like, really, dude? And he's got the same package open because he doesn't actually like to eat them. He just, I don't know why. So he had 2 cases of circus peanuts. This is technology! This is the American dream. To send people circus peanuts. So it's energy intensive. So the best way of shipping stuff is, think about the word, ship. On the river, on the water, on the ocean, not the lake, because it won't go very far. Moving stuff overseas. But here's the thing is, have you guys ever heard of the Silk Road? The Silk Road, S-I-L-K-R-O-A-D. It's a road where they have silk on it, right?
Yeah.
You're not wrong, but there's more stuff being traded on the Silk Road than silk. For instance, you guys know what the number one sought thing by Europeans was? Nope, they had bread. But this is a thing that literally was worth more than gold. Like if you had a pile of this versus the same weight of gold, you take this thing. It's worth more than gold. More gold! Ah! No, it's not gold. Sugar. Why? Have you guys ever made sugar? Oh, yeah, totally. I did that last week. No, if you actually research the making of sugar, it's incredibly labor intensive. First growing the crop, then harvesting it, then processing it into what we think of as sugar, removing all the molasses and impurities that come with it. Guys, there's a reason why slave labor got used. It was sugar. Think about that. Millions of lives were ruined because Europe got a sweet tooth. If that doesn't make you feel icky, I don't know what will. Seriously, the future of the world was forever altered because of candy and other spices as well. You guys know Christopher Columbus, that whole thing about searching for spices? He wasn't looking for oregano. He was looking for sugar, for pepper, for sandalwood, for jasmine, for all kinds of really, really ritzy things. And here's the thing, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but shipping is expensive. Yeah? Have you guys ever bought something on Amazon, it's like a movie or whatever, it's like $1, yes please, $10 in shipping! Right? Now granted, that's also some tomfoolery going on, but it's expensive stuff. And so moving stuff from place to place is expensive. Why? Why is it so freaking expensive? Consider this, right? Whenever you move something from one place to the other, what happens? You have to pay taxes on it, yeah? You have to pay import taxes, right? Every time you change through someone else's country, you have to pay taxes. In addition, this was a time where roads were being taxed. Okay. That's all we have time for today. We'll continue tomorrow with more. Make certain, just leave money next week. Don't forget your homework. The terms in section 1. You'll find it on Edmodo. What happened? Do you have a note?
No, I went downstairs to get the note right now.
Okay, go downstairs and get your note. Because I will need the next lessons.
We just leave this right now.
Can't sleep on desk. I presume it's 1, 2, 3, 6 today. Do you guys know? I was late today, so I was right.
Third period.
Right, because 1, 2, 3 liturgy. You got a little sweaty.
Yeah.
Hello. Not in sociology, I'm afraid. But which version did you guys get? Does it say I didn't set it up? It's been a while since I've set those up. Half a moment, please. Oh, right. I need to turn off the recording.